You may have had this experience when you're out having a nice lunch with family and friends. You get almost to the end of the meal, and somebody says, "Nu, what are we having for dinner?" You may think that this is a very Jewish thing to do. However, it's not. And we learn about this in our Parsha, Tzav, of this week, in which we have a special offering that's brought called the Zevach Shlamim in times of Thanksgiving, the Zevach Todah. It's brought when you've gone through a dangerous journey or you've overcome some grave illness. And we continue this tradition by benching gomel in the shul up until this day. So how are we supposed to eat this Zevach Todah? As it says in the verse, B'yom korbano ye'achel v'lo yeniach mimenu ad boker. This korban you're supposed to eat all in one day and not leave any over until the morning, in order to show that you have faith in tomorrow and faith in Hashem. It says in the Talmud of Masechet Sotah that a person who has pas b'salo, bread in his basket, and he asks, what am I going to eat tomorrow? This shows that he doesn't have faith in Hashem. So the Torah wants us to eat this all in one day to show that we believe that tomorrow there can be another miracle just like the miracle that happened for us today. So what happens if it's too much for us to consume? We have to bring other family and friends in order to consume the whole Zevach Todah in one day. It sounds a little bit like the Pesach offering where you bring your neighbors in to consume it. And what's the purpose of this? Says Ravanel, to publicize the miracle, Persume Nisa, that more and more people should join in the meal in order to recognize the miracle that Hashem did for you. It's a little bit like the manna that our ancestors had in the Midbar, in the wilderness. They were only allowed to gather as much as they could consume in one day, otherwise it would spoil for the next day. Of course, there was the exception of Shabbat, which God made another miracle. It should last for another day. We were not allowed to gather on Shabbat. However, the manna was in order to train the Israelites that each day brings a new opportunity and a new possibility for miracles. And this is what the Chedushei Arin, the first Gera Rabbi, Yitzchak Meir Rotenberg, he said to us that each day provides a new opportunity for a miracle. One of my teachers, Rabbi Shapiro, used to like to quote the Chedushei Arin and point out this verse that we say in our tefillot every single day, B'chol yom tamid maseh mechadesh maseh reshit, that in each day God renews for us those miracles of creation, that each day we're born again as a new person, and each day there's an opportunity for a new miracle. So, in this Shabbat Hagadol, where we imagine that great redemption that's coming, we recognize the kinds of redemption that we have each day by God's miracles, the very existence that we enjoy in every moment that we live. Wishing everyone a Shabbat Shalom on this Shabbat Hagadol.